Good morning, all the students. Hello, all of you. So, today I am going to start about this cellular wireless network, in which the topics that is of Unit 2, we can say. So, here the topics that are going to be covered are: first is antennas and propagation, second is type of antenna, third is the propagation modes, and then next one is the electromagnetic spectrum. Next is multipath propagation and fading. Then CDMA. Then spread spectrum technique, we can say, and the 3G and applications, we can say. So these are the things that we are going to cover in this unit, not in the today's lecture that I am going to clear first of all. So first thing, I am going to start with the antennas part. So what is the antenna that we are going to see? First of all, that is an electrical conductor, we can say, or the system of conductors, we can say, that is used for the transmission or reception of the some energy from the space or into the space, or giving to that particular part into the space. So what type of energy is that? That is the electromagnetic energy that is given by the antenna. Electromagnetic. So electrical conductor is what it is doing. It is creating some magnetic field that is giving some electromagnetic energy that is radiating towards the into the space, that is transmitted from the particular source into the space, and finally that is received by through that electromagnetic energy from the space, right? So reception and transmission both are done from the space, right? So transmission is done into the space and reception is done from the space. So here the two-way communication is done. The same antenna can be used for the transmission and reception, we can say. So in below we can see the example of this transmission of antenna, we can say. So here that is the electrical conductor. So and a system of conductors, we can say. Next one is antennas. Now radiation patterns are there, different patterns are there, how it is radiating toward into the space, that we will see here. So here, first of all, the antenna will radiate the power in all directions, but does not perform equally well in all directions. It is radiating power in all directions but does not perform equally well in all directions. We need this graphical representation of this radiation properties of an antenna. It is depicted as two-dimensional cross section, we can say. Now beam width or half power beam width, we can say, that is the measure of this directivity of this antenna, we can say, right? So here the beam width or half power beam width is the measure of this particular part, and the receiving antennas, that is what here the reception, the pattern, that is equivalent to the radiation pattern. So now here some diagram is given here. So two diagrams are given here. So first is the omnidirectional, that is given here, and next one is the directional given here. Omnidirectional and directional, two things are given here. So here in the omnidirectional, only the single particular part of range is given, and that antenna location is given here below, from where the location, from where that particular part, that antenna is sending some signals, and finally that is received by the sources named A and B, right? So that is the omnidirectional, that is in the particular range there. Now the directional, here it is given, that is also the part. So for omnidirectional, both are say for the receiving and for transmitting. So both the ranges or the particular net area of range is the particular network range is same. And in the directional part, the both are different. For the transmitting it is different, and for the receiving it is different. So here we can see the one particular part we are using for the transmitting from the antenna location, and one particular part it is receiving through A and B, that is the particular receptor, we can say, or reception that is done at that A and B, we can say. So this is how this particular, these are the particular receptors part, that is the radiation patterns, we can say two different patterns here we have seen. In that we have seen that it is not performed equally well in all directions. Now radiation patterns in three dimension, now here we are able to see. So now, so here, so x y part is given, y z part is also given, and x z part. So different views are there that we are able to see, right? If we are seeing at the top view, so we are able to see in this exact plane that in this which the particular dotted part is at the center and only the circular part is given. And if we are seeing the sideways, then we are able to see this xy plane here, in which the two different circles are given here. So that is what the simple dipole, right? That is for the simple dipole. So simple dipole, that is shown with the three different views, in the xy plane, in the zy plane, and in the xz plane. So here the two different side views are given, and the one drop views is given for this particular simple dipole. Now if we are using the directed antenna, so here the side view is different and the two different types of side views are there, right? So here we can see, we can be able to see this xy plane, that is at the one side only it is given, and in the side view zy plane only the circular part, and in between that is square part is given, that is the central part. And in the top view, that is also showing the right side part. So this is how, this is the directed antenna, that in which the particular antenna is receiving or radiating some particular part into the space, how that particular part is directing that particular electromagnetic energy towards that. So here the types of antenna are given. So first, total three different types of antennas are there. So isotropic, dipole, and parabolic. Three different these are there. So idealized is one, that isotropic is the idealized one, so which is radiating the power equally in all directions, we can say, right? So that is radiating the power equally in all directions. Now dipole antennas are also there, in which the half wave dipole antenna or Hertz antenna is there, and the quarter wave vertical antenna is there, or we can say Marconi antenna is there. So that this is the one, that is the dipole antennas. So now, so here, first of all, so this is the first one. This first one here we are able to see. This first one is what? That is what? This is the isotropic antenna, right? That is radiating the power in all directions equally. So this is the type of antenna, that is the isotropic. Now the second one is this. That is what? Second one is dipole antenna. So this is the dipole antenna, in which the half wave dipole antenna is in the or Hertz antenna is there, and the quarter wave vertical antenna is also there. So this is the particular part that is showing the half wave, we can half wave dipole antenna, and the second one is the quarter wave of vertical antenna. So here, or that quarter wave vertical antenna is also called known as the Marconi antenna, and half wave dipole antenna is also known as the that Hertz antenna, we can say. Hertz means the frequency part, it is giving, it is using the different frequencies for transmitting or that particular electromagnetic power, we can say. And now the next one is the parabolic reflective antenna. This one we are able to see, that is equally that is equal to, that is a dish type of that dish antenna, right? The look is like the dish antenna here. So this is the parabolic reflective antenna, in which a curved surface with a cross section area of a parabola to that are used for directing the radio waves, known as dish antenna, and higher directivity is given here. So here the curved surface that you are seeing, that is going, that is a white color, that is a curved surface here. So here this part is what? So that is a dish antenna, that is what? That is a cross section, that is for the directing the, that is used for directing the radio waves. So this particular part is called as dish antenna, and finally, and this is the high directivity is done in this particular parabolic reflective wave, we can say, right? So this is a particular use for the satellite communication or radio waves communication, we can say. So these are the three types of antennas we are seeing. Now टाइप्स ऑफ एंटीनाज के अंदर और भी कुछ चीज़ें हैं, जो और भी कुछ टर्म्स है जो हम लोग को देखते हैं. दैट इज फर्स्ट इज द एंटीना गेन. दैट इज़ व्हाट द मेजर ऑफ द डायरेक्शनलिटी. तो कितना डायरेक्शनलिटी, मतलब कितने डायरेक्शंस तक वो मूव कर सकता है, कितने डायरेक्शन इक्वल डायरेक्शंस में जा रहा है, या मतलब पूरी तरीके से जा रहा है या नहीं जा रहा है, या हाफली जा रहा है या क्वार्टरली जा रहा है. So that measurement is called the antenna gain, we can say. It is the measure of directionality of an antenna, right? So it is defined as the power output in a particular direction compared to that produced in any direction by a perfect omnidirectional antenna, we can say, right? So we have to compare that particular power output in a particular direction with that produced in a particular direction by a perfect omnidirectional antenna. So when we are comparing these two, the isotropic antenna and this particular antenna, any antenna, then we will get this particular antenna gain part. So here the effective area is related to the physical size and shape of the antenna, and the relationship between the antenna gain and effective area is given like this. That is capital G is equal to 4 pi, and here AE is given here, that is effective area, and lambda square, that is the wavelength, and G, that is the antenna gain. So it can be equal to, now lambda square is given as C square by F square. Now lambda is equal to C by F, so that's why the formula is like this now. So that is equal to 4 pi F square into AE, that is effective area, upon C square. So now here what are the terms that are used in this? So G is the antenna gain, so that we want to calculate, and AE, that is the effective area, F is a particular carrier frequency, and C is the speed of light, that is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and lambda here that is given, that is a carrier wavelength, we can say. So these are the particular terms that we are able to see in this antenna gain. So that is a measure of directionality of antenna, we can say. Now propagation modes, different propagation modes are there in the earth environment. Electromagnetic waves are there that are propagating in ways that depend on own properties, but also on those of the environment itself, we can say, right? So radio propagation is the behavior of radio waves as they travel or are propagated from one point to another or into various parts of the atmosphere. It depends on largely on the frequency. We can say. So in the earth environment, the electromagnetic waves are there. That are propagating in the ways that depend on the own properties, but also on those environment itself. So here below the example is given here for the propagation modes. So different propagation are done. So radio propagation is the behavior of the radio waves as they travel or are propagated from one point to another, we can say. So now the radio propagation is the behavior of the radio waves as they travel or are propagated from one point to another or into various parts of the atmosphere, we can say. Depends largely on the frequency. So here is an example of this particular, so in which the particular it is in the particular moving in the particular frequency, So here in the ionosphere, below this ionosphere layers, we can be able to see this frequency 30 to 40 megahertz frequency is there in the sky wave. So here the particular dish antenna is sending some signals that is moving in the particular atmosphere and finally received through the some other antenna, and finally the upper part of that particular frequency is from 65 kilometer to 400 kilometer. In that 65 kilometer to 400 kilometer highest range from the earth, we can say there is the frequency from 3 to 30 megahertz, we can say. So this is the particular frequency. So the particularly that particular propagation is depending on such frequencies. So how will that particular part will receive the signals, how will that particular part transmit the signals on the earth. So this is the thing that is done in the propagation modes, we can say. Now propagation modes here are of different types. So here in the before that also we are able to see this ground wave, that is also and below this is the above the earth surface the ground wave is given. That is also the one type of propagation mode, that is not much more heighted, but can be used for the propagation. Now a signal that is radiated from an antenna travels along one of three routes. So first one is that is ground wave propagation, and second one is sky wave propagation, and third one is line of sight propagation. So here in below we are able to see, so that is a sky wave that is moving towards the sky and receiving from the receiving antenna. Transmitting antenna is sending the signals towards the sky, and finally at some frequency it is sending that it is able to send that frequency towards the receiver part. And in the ground wave, that is not much more heighted, that is also that particular antenna that can also use the ground wave, that is not using that heighted frequency, but normal frequency in the frequency at the earth, that is using the ground wave. So that can be able to send through the towards the receiving antenna, we can say. And the line of sight propagation that we will see in the further explanation. Now the ground wave here it is given. So here the frequency is also there. The ionosphere is the region above the troposphere, we can say, where the air is from about 50 to 250 miles above the earth, we can say. So example here it is given, that is the AM radio, that is the amplitude modulation, that is full form of AM. So that is a ground wave communication, we can say. So wave is connected at one end to the surface of the earth and to the ionosphere at the other, we can say. So here the radio waves is very low frequency, that is below 2 megahertz. So that can be propagated in a ground or surface wave, we can say, right? So ground or surface wave, so very low frequency can be used at a surface wave or ground wave. So that type of communication here it is given as an example, that is AM radio. And here also we are able to see this example in which the earth is given, the transmitting antenna is sending some signal, that is using the minimum height as much as possible, and finally 2 megahertz frequency below lowest frequency here they are using for the signal propagation, that is received by the receiver antenna, and finally that particular receiver antenna, and finally it is able to listen some particular part of that channel. So now that ground wave is what now, so it is also can be called as a collection of ions, which are the atoms that have some of other electrons stripped off, leaving two or more electrically charged objects, we can say. So this is the particular part definition of this ground wave, we can say, राइट बहुत सारे आयंस का कलेक्शन भी हो सकता है, जिसमें से बहुत सारे एटम्स होते हैं जो कि इलेक्ट्रिकली चार्ज, जिसमें से बहुत सारे इलेक्ट्रिकल दो या दो से ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रिकली चार्ज भी होते हैं. एंड द सन रेज कैन कॉज द आयंस टू फॉर्म विच स्लोली मॉडिफाइड. ठीक है ना. सन रेज जो होते हैं इन आयंस को क्या करते हैं, मतलब स्लोली मॉडिफिकेशन भी कर सकते हैं, उसके अंदर थोड़ा चेंजेस ला सकते हैं. So the ground waves travels between the two limits, that is the earth and then ionosphere. उसके बीच में जो particular that which acts like a channel we can say. So this is the particular part we can say about this ground wave. And thank you for watching this particular video. If any doubt you can ask me uh, through the WhatsApp or through direct calling, and we will see in the next lecture about the sky wave.